God bless you, everyone. Welcome back to my channel. I'm here to talk about a dream. No, not a dream, a vision that I have at the beginning August. Waking up in August 3rd in the morning. I already did this video in Spanish, but today is being like an urgency that I need to make this video in English. And I just had while I'm preparing everything, I have my phone in my side, and then all of a sudden I click in the video, just realizing that the video is a little similar in the title to the one I'm gonna talk about. Not the title, but the information I'm about to give you. Like I always mention, English is not my first language, it's Spanish. So with that said, please try to understand what I'm trying to say. I'm going to try to do my best to put out the message, the vision that God gave me. Everything started in that night. I was dreaming, and usually when I wake up in the morning, as soon as I open my eyes, I try to stay still and like look back through the night if I drank something that God wants me to write it down in my journal. Yeah, you want me to look at it. Yeah. And that day, that morning, I'm sorry. While I was thinking of the dream I had that night, all of a sudden, I go and have a vision, right? And in this vision, I see like I'm going to try to explain what I saw, but it's very hard. It was like big mountains, but not the kind of mountain that you see green. It's like, oh my goodness, like a lot of tall mountains. I'm going to try to add something similar. And it was all around, right? Like cliff mountains, and there was a cliff edge. And it was sand like color. But in those mountains, there was like one section that I was, in this dream, in this vision, I'm looking. I'm not being part of the vision. And I see this platform being part of the mountain and edge, and it was very high. But around me there were more mountains, like more cliffs, taller ones. And in that place, I see an airplane / ark. It was an airplane. It was like a cargo airplane, because those airplanes like the one behind me. I don't know if you see it right here. It was similar to that, not the same one. And it was made of wood. The log houses, that kind of wood, kind of circular, like in the outside, but it was like that. I'm telling you, I'm trying to explain myself. It was an airplane / ark. Because every time I looked at it, I was like, this reminds me of the ark. And it was open just like that. And this part over here, over here, it was in the air, in the cliff. But the ramp was land in this cliff, in this part of the flat surface in the mountain. It was landing and it was resting in there. And I see this strong man standing in the ramp, not touching the land, not touching the surface, but standing at the edge of the ramp. But for some reason, he was very strong. He was strong. His hair was long up to here. It was dark hair. His skin was a little bit tan skin. His eyes, there was something very peculiar about his eyes. I was looking at something in his eyes, and he came out of that airplane / arc like with urgency. It's just the what I'm sensing, right? His face, I'm trying to describe his face because he was not happy. He was like disappointed. It's like when you give instructions to follow and you leave it for people and it's not being followed. It was something like that. It was like disappointment, upset. Everything was in that face. And he was dressed like with a vest. And he was standing on guard in that platform. All of a sudden, while I'm looking at this, I see this beautiful girl, long hair. Her hair was so blonde that it was white. And she had a crown around here. Her dress was a long dress. And I'm going to try to attach an image with the dress that she was wearing. And around the waistline, it was like a V-neck gold belt or something added to her dress. And it was beautiful. And the only way I could find this type of dress, I went to look for back in the days medieval times wedding dresses, and that was the more similar one that I saw she was wearing. And while this man was very upset and disappointed, and she just came by so happy, walking, got on the ramp, passed by him, got on the ramp, and went up, and she said around here, this corner here. She went up the ramp, and she sat in there, inside, and there was like a bench, like next to the wall, you know, like they seat people there when you go to this kind of airplane, like army airplanes, they have like seats in the sides. She sat in there, very comfortable, very calm, and she started like looking outside. Like she sat in there, like she went like this and started looking outside. Her hair was waving like that with the wind. And that's it. The vision ended. When I went back to myself, I was like, okay, hold on. What was that I saw? And I tried to think about it, but I couldn't like really nail it. Like, what is that I saw? But I just went on with the days kept passing by. I even told my husband about it, and I said, you know what? I had this vision, and for some reason, that girl, it felt like she was me, but she didn't look like me. And I was thinking, oh my God, am I gonna die, or what is it? Because airplane, and then like 3 weeks or more passed by, and the vision kept coming back to me, and I gave it a thought, but I couldn't like really like get to it, so I just let it be. But at the sudden, one day I was sitting down in my bedroom, and like something came to my head, search for the dress that the girl was wearing. And that's when I found it. I was like, okay, let me try to see. And when I looked the title, I told you before, the search like a medieval wedding dress, that's when I found something similar. Then I was like, what is this? What is this? So a few days more went by, I'm telling you, everything was like coming down little by little. Like revelation was coming down little by little. And then one day it hit me so hard when I started thinking about the man and the eyes of him. And when I thought about it and then I gave a close up, I realized what I was looking in his eyes, it was fire. His eyes were fire. And I was like, oh my goodness. Eyes of fire is Jesus. And then everything came together. Everything clicked right there. And I was like, oh my Lord. I think this was like a rapture dream, a rapture vision that God gave me. The Airbnb looked like an ark. The girl symbolized the church, and also the man had a crown, I forgot to mention, around here too. And I was like, wow. So I said to myself, okay, I need to make a video because I heard of this in YouTube when people like have rapture dreams like that. You have to really pray to God and try to think to understand there is a rapture dream. So that's what happened to me, and I didn't know. So that day I started like recording what I saw. Started searching for more images and everything. And when I was like, I finished recording everything, I was like, how am I gonna title this video? And when I was gonna get up from the bed, and God is my witness, I heard in my heart this: what you just saw was a rescue mission. That blew me away. And I was like, it is true. It's true. He came suddenly. He came so fast. He came like disappointed of he was like looking at. And this girl went up the plane. And I was like, wow, I just saw a rescue mission. And when you come to see, when God comes, when Jesus comes for the church, it's going to be a rescue mission, because right after it's going to come destruction and everything's going to go worse than whatever we have ever seen before, even though the church is not going to see it. And then it clicked to me, and I was like, now I know why I thought I was her when I wasn't her, because she didn't look like me or I didn't look like her. It's because if I'm part of the church, that's how I felt I was her. You might think otherwise, but let me tell you, it's been a month or more for God to give me and reveal to me what I saw. We are about to be taken away. Jesus is about to come to take us. And I know we're going to be rescued. And you know that when you're in a rescue mission, it's because you are in danger. That's what I think. I'm going to leave it here. I have the urgency today, like to do it has to be today. And let me tell you something. If you're not part of the church, if you don't believe in Jesus, you don't think he can save your life and restore your life and give you salvation, I call to you, you need to run to Jesus. It doesn't matter how you feel or everything you have done. Just repent and run to him. Because all of this is about to end. And what is coming to this world is horrible. It's horrible. You don't want to be part of it. But you know what would be best? That instead of you running to Jesus to be escape from that, is that you come to Jesus because you love him, because you want to honor him, because you want to be thankful for what he did on the cross for you. That would be best and better than anything, because you won't be thinking about you, but what he did for us, you know. Because it's great to be separated for God. It's great to be serving him and doing his will. It feels amazing. So I encourage you to run to Jesus if you don't know him. And if you do know him, pray more, fast more, Separate yourself more, more and more. We're about to be lifted up, The rapture is near. God bless you, and I hope this blesses you as it blessed me. It might not mean anything to you, but it did to me, and I know it will bless somebody. God bless you all.